Nobody teaches you this. But the reason you feel tired even after resting, even after doing everything right, isn't because you're lazy. It's because your energy is constantly being spent on things that never replenish you. Not big things, small daily leaks, conversations you don't want to have, reactions you didn't choose, emotions you carry that aren't yours. Protecting your energy isn't selfish. It's the moment your life starts to feel like yours again. And once you learn how to do it, everything changes. Your focus, your relationships, your confidence, and the way people treat you. Reframing energy. When people hear protect your energy, they imagine something vague, crystals, affirmations, escaping to a mountain. That's not what this is. Energy is practical. It's psychological. It's your attention, your emotional bandwidth, your nervous system. You wake up with a limited amount each day, and most people spend it unconsciously. They give it to arguments that go nowhere, people who only show up when they need something, situations that require them to shrink, explain, or perform. By the time the day ends, there's nothing left for creativity, clarity, or peace. Protecting your energy means deciding where it goes instead of letting the world decide for you. The silent drain most people ignore. Here's the part most people miss. Energy isn't just lost in conflict. It's lost in anticipation, replaying conversations in your head, wondering how someone interpreted your tone, preparing explanations you were never asked for. This is emotional labor, and it's exhausting, especially if you grew up learning that being liked equals being safe. Saying no creates tension. Other people's moods are your responsibility, so you stay alert, you stay available, you stay on. And over time, your body forgets how to rest. Protecting your energy starts when you notice how often you're mentally somewhere else instead of where you are. Why overgiving feels so normal? Many people don't leak energy because they're careless. They leak it because it once kept them safe. Maybe being agreeable meant avoiding conflict. Maybe being helpful meant being valued. Maybe staying quiet meant staying included. So now as an adult, you still overextend even when it costs you. You answer messages immediately. You explain yourself too much. You stay in conversations long after they've stopped being respectful. Not because you want to, but because your nervous system associates giving with survival. Protecting your energy isn't about becoming cold. It's about unlearning patterns that no longer serve the life you're trying to build. The first shift, choosing response over reaction. One of the first things that changes when you protect your energy is how you respond to people. You stop reacting automatically. You pause, not to manipulate, not to punish, but to check in with yourself. Do I actually want to engage here? Is this conversation necessary? Will explaining myself help or drain me? Most people are shocked by how much energy they regain just by not responding immediately. Silence isn't avoidance. It's information. It tells you who respects boundaries and who only feels comfortable when they have access to you. How people react when you change. Here's something no one warns you about. When you start protecting your energy, some people won't like it. Not because you changed, but because your availability did. People who benefited from your constant access will feel confused. Some will push, some will guilt you, some will suddenly call you different. That's not a sign you're doing something wrong. It's a sign you stop making it easy for others to overstep. And here's the quiet truth. The right people adjust. The wrong people reveal themselves. The calm that replaces chaos. As you protect your energy, something unexpected happens. Your life gets quieter, not boring, clearer, fewer emotional spikes, fewer mental spirals, less explaining. You start noticing, you think before you speak. You leave situations earlier. You don't carry conversations home with you. Your nervous system begins to trust that you'll protect it. And when that trust forms, anxiety loses its grip. Because anxiety often isn't fear of the future, it's exhaustion from the present. Focus returns when energy is contained. Focus doesn't come from discipline, it comes from containment. When your energy isn't scattered across multiple emotional obligations, unspoken resentments, unresolved conversations, your mind becomes available again. Creative ideas surface, decisions feel simpler. You stop second-guessing everything. This is why people who protect their energy often look grounded. They're not doing more. They're leaking less. Boundaries without explanation. One of the biggest breakthroughs is realizing You don't owe everyone an explanation for how you protect yourself. You can say, I can't do that. That doesn't work for me. I'm stepping back, and stop there. No essay, no justification. The need to over-explain is often a sign you're still seeking permission. Protecting your energy means giving yourself that permission first. Emotional independence forms. When you stop absorbing everyone else's emotions, you become emotionally independent. You still care, but you don't carry. You listen without fixing. You support without abandoning yourself. This changes relationships profoundly. They become cleaner, more honest, less exhausting, and some naturally fall away, not because of conflict, but because the dynamic no longer works. Confidence without loudness. Here's the quiet confidence people notice. You stop proving, stop defending, stop overperforming. You don't need to announce boundaries. Your behavior does it for you. You leave earlier. You say less. You choose peace over being right. And people feel it, not as dominance, but as self-respect. That kind of confidence doesn't demand attention. It commands respect. Life begins to feel lighter. Protecting your energy doesn't make life perfect, but it makes it lighter. You still face challenges. You just face them with more capacity. You still care. You just don't collapse. You still connect. You just don't disappear inside it. Life stops feeling like something you're constantly managing. It starts feeling like something you're participating in. If you've been feeling tired in a way sleep doesn't fix, this might be why. Not because you're weak, but because you've been generous, without protection. You don't need to cut everyone off. You don't need to change who you are. Just decide what deserves access to you and what doesn't. Because peace isn't something you find, it's something you protect. And once you do, your life finally has the space to become what it was meant to be.